All right, so the intake process includes this form plus what's on Kipu. But this is where you start off. This is where you get most information that you need for Kipu is the patient's name, date of birth, any known allergies, what the UA tested positive for. You need to get their breathalyzer, their vitals, and then write down if they're taking alcohol, opiates, benzodiazepines, stimulants, THC, cocaine, barbiturates. Here we'll find out if they have a seizure history, which is important to get from the client because we need to know they're prone to seizures, they have any chest pains, any open wounds we need to know about, and any medications they came in with. After this is complete, after they've UA'd and you've wrote down all their vitals, you come over to Kipu. You click on New. Once you click on New, this form populates. From here, you're going to input the client's name, preferred name, admission date, and future discharge date. So we'll do that for you right now. So we're going to click on name. We're going to write Test. The last name is Test as well, just because it's a bogus intake. So we're going to go to admissions. Click now. Discharge. We're going to go from a month from now, so we'll say on the 2nd. Done. Then you're going to go to Add Client. Let's click on Add Client. And then once you do that, so since I can't use Test, put a different last name. Let's try it this way. Sorry about that. Let's try Add Client. So that populated. So we're gonna go to, from here, we're gonna go to Verify Approve. Once they're here, Program, we're gonna go to Detox. So from there, we're gonna go fill in the boxes. Here, building, you wanna select All-American Detox Center building. Bed, from the list of beds available, what bed you're gonna put the client in. We'll say 3B. Male for gender. Marital status, we'll say single. Race, we'll say white. Ethnicity, we'll just say Hispanic, Latino. I'm just put all zeros right now for a social security number. Date of birth, let's put August 7th. Phone number, we'll just type in any number. Address, 123 Will Cox Street, Acme City, State, we put California, zip code 91367. So from here, also, you're going to take a picture of the client. You're going to click choose file, take photo. Same thing for client ID. Choose file, take photo. If they're employed, you put occupation, employer name, their employer number. If they're insurance, private pay with lab insurance or scholarship, you're going to fill that out. So we'll say insurance for the purpose of this. Add insurance. We'll say Kaiser. Policy number, I'm just going to put all zeros. Insurance type. Primary for insurance type. Insurance plan type, we're going to say PPO. Group ID. Put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Subscriber, if it's himself, or depending on how it's related to the subscriber to the insurance, we'll say self. So that way that information will repopulate. So you're going to take a picture of the insurance card front and back. Same process, choose file, take photo. Then here we do Olympus.
See about the code here. Can I see if I left it in the
Yes. Here we have Olympus. We're going to click search. We want to choose Olympus Pharmacy, the Ventura Boulevard one. We're going to put no allergies and validate form. But it's going to, if this happens because you forgot something, in this case we forgot the MR number, so we're going to create an MR number. Then we're going to try validating form again, and it should go through. So from there, we're going to go to pre-emission. Once we get to pre-emission, we're going to populate with forms. So once we populate forms, we're going to have client sign the back diagnostic letter. We'll have the client sign his initial discharge plan after we fill it out. And then, so those ones the client signs. Now the medical and stuff, the form in the beginning of this video, you're going to take a picture of that, upload it to Kipu. Now if it's a mail intake where it says pregnancy test results, you don't need those. So we're going to go back. So when you see pregnancy, since it's a mail intake, we're going to delete it because we don't need it. So once you finish this section, we're going to go to intake emissions. Once we go to intake emissions, we're going to populate with forms. That way it populates all the forms you need to do. Give it a second to load up. So we're going to have the client sign all of these ones. Now when we get down towards it goes insurance and stuff, for example, the one I used was Kaiser. Since it's Kaiser for the Cigna, we can get rid of Cigna because the client doesn't have Cigna. I'm going to scroll back down. Client doesn't have Blue Cross Blue Shield, so you don't need the Blue Cross Blue Shield. You need to delete it. You do this based on insurance of the client. So the client has, say, United Healthcare, you leave that one and get rid of Athena, vice versa. The client has Athena, you keep that one, get rid of the other ones. But like I said, since this one has Kaiser, we're going to get rid of Athena. And we're going to get rid of the UHC because it doesn't have, the client doesn't have United Healthcare. So once you get rid of those, you're going to have the client go through and sign all the forms here. And then there's a certain one you'll have to hold off on having the client sign, which is the belongings placed in the safe and property search. Because that you'll do after you do the intake. See, I forgot to get rid of the Anthem Blue Cross one, so I'm going to delete that now. We're going back to the property search, like I said. After you do the intake, you're going to go search the property. And you're going to input property. This is what the property looks for. You're going to click yes, search thoroughly, and you put your name, the client, there's the staff member's name. And if you place the luggage in storage, did the client come in with a license? You're going to answer yes or no. If you answer yes, you're going to write down issuing state. If the client has any other IDs, like passport, social security card, birth certificate, write that information down here. If it came with a passport, if it came with a social security card, you're going to write social security card, passport, birth certificate, etc. You're going to write down if the client came in with any insurance cards. You click yes or no. It came in cash. This is an important one. If it came in with cash, put yes, then count the amount of money and put it here. If the community checks blank or written, you put it here, wallet. Credit card or debit card is the same thing. You're going to put the card type, like, for example, Visa with a dash 4478, for example. Then the community phones or electronic devices, you're going to click add device, etc. until you get done with all the devices. If they came in with scissors or knives, you're going to write it down here. Any other items you want to list, you put here. If none, you click on none. Now the valuables like phones, wallet, and cash, you want to take a picture of it, so you're going to click add attachment. and then choose file, take photo. And then once you've done this, the next day you can come back and have the client sign. So that's the intake process. And then here you're going to go manage care team. Clinical director is going to be Bruce Rush. Primary therapist is going to be Natasha. Lead medical nurse is going to be Minas. Case manager is going to be Kevin Lott. So these are the ones you're going to put for managed care team. This is all under intake. So we're going to go back, and then on the bottom, medications brought in by patient. Even though you'll have that information here on the Malibu medical form, if you came in, you click medication brought in, and you can enter dosages, name the medicine, and if he needs a refill, you're going to put yes, client needs a refill given. If not, click no. So that's the intake admissions. Now you want to go over to release of information, populate with forms. Once you populate with forms, you're going to have them sign all the ROIs, release of information. Once he's done signing those, now comes the medical assessments. The medical assessments, you're not going to click populate with forms because there's only 4 forms you need. And I'll go through them now. You need pain assessment. You need social risk. Nutritional screen assessment. And DHCS 5103 health screening questionnaire. Once all these are complete, your intake is complete, you can show the client to his room.